There are a lot of people, who are not doctors, who are of the opinion that life for doctors is a bed of roses. Once you become a doctor, you are like uh, doing a lavish life. You can do whatever you like. You are simply rolling in money. You have nothing to do. This is not true. In fact, this is true to an extent. This is true for the senior doctors or the consultants. At least a substantial portion of the consultants. So while the junior doctors are always overworked, underpaid, overexploited, uh, the senior doctors are often underworked, overpaid, and they are simply they are like often regarded as gods, while it's the junior doctors who are doing the hard work day in and day out. Believe me, a junior doctor, an intern, a house physician, or a postgraduate trainee, or even a doctor who has completed his formal education but who is in a junior post, like he is a junior resident, he is a senior resident, and stuff like that. In India, I'm sorry, I don't know about the system in other countries. In India, they have to do a hell of a lot of work. It's not the work that is uh, the problem. It's the hierarchical system that's the problem. It's the just because you are a senior, someone is at a higher post, at a higher level, he has the privilege, he has the right to uh, come to a nursing home, come to a hospital for half an hour or 1 hour a day, give a round, and insult his subordinates in front of the people, as if whatever wrong has been done is being done by them. But unfortunately, they fail to emphasize that whatever right has been done has also been done by them. But I'm diverting a little bit. Let me come back to my main point. So, in the said episode, the the persons except Amir Khan who were speaking against the issues or about the issues were themselves doctors. If the alleged criminals were doctors, if the so-called criminals were doctors, those like Dr. Gulati, Dr. Samir, and what about Dr. Devi Shetty? They were also doctors. So, is Dr. Devi Shetty a media person? I would like to ask my fellow doctors who are like so insulted and who are so hurt by all this. Why are they taking this so personally? It's true that a lot of corrupt doctors have been brought to the forefront. But tell me one thing. What about Dr. Devi Shetty? Is he a media person? Was he paid by Amir Khan to speak against doctors, speak against other doctors? Or is it that he gave money to Satyamev Jayate and his team? It's totally upon us, I think, whether we will be with people like Dr. Devi Shetty, Dr. Gulati, or whether we want to take the sides of a Dr. Ketan Desai. Now, let's do a small exercise that I have done, and I was astonished. I did it just a few minutes ago. Let's just try to give a Google search with MCI. MCI stands for Medical Council of India, but please don't type the whole of Medical Council of India. Just type MCI and click search. What the search results return? There are more than 27 million search results, out of which uh, in the first page, at least out of about 10 or so in the first page, none of them mention about the Medical Council of India. Now, just add the word president to it. MCI president. Click search. The first 10, uh, in fact, the first 10 search results out of a Out of about 3 million such results, return reports about a gentleman, forgive my satire, named Ketan Desai, Dr. Ketan Desai. So, should I say more? He's really a famous man, isn't he? What a shame. What a shame. Now, for a change, I type Narayana, the word Narayana. What happens? The first result gives the details about a god, the Hindu god Narayan. Then we get some images. Well, then follows an web page address about a coaching center, followed by a publishing house. And what's next? A certain Narayana Hrudalaya, which is established by a certain Dr. Devi Shetty and his team. Why is that? Is it because Dr. Devi Shetty and Amir collaborated with Google to publicize, and the gallant hero that we have in Dr. Desai didn't pay a penny to Google, so they are showing him as bad? I'm sorry. I know that there are some narcissists within the doctors, who can go to that extent to believe that they have paid maybe Google. They can even believe that uh, like stuff like USA has conspired against Indian doctors and stuff like that, or maybe there is a role of Pakistan ISI agents behind that. We can make up any of the things. Whenever we are at fault, we can put the blame on our neighbors. It's very easy to do. Now, didn't we notice one thing in the episode? I would like to know if people agree with me. Did we notice the apparent helplessness of Dr. Talwar, the new MCI Chief Medical Council of India? It was apparent that he wanted, but in his heart he knew that probably he couldn't do much. He didn't want to promise much because he was not sure that these evils, which had deep roots, would be eradicated, would be uprooted so easily. I empathize with him. I know. So I would like to ask some of my friends who are so bothered about these false allegations. Why do why do so many people from West Bengal, so many people from the other North Indian states visit a place called Christian Medical College Vellore, visit places like Narayana Hrudalaya, visit places like the Satya Sai Hospital, visit places like the Apollo hospitals in Chennai? Why is it that? Is it because West Bengal can't produce good doctors? Bengalis can't be good doctors? They lack the merit, they lack the skill, they lack the knowledge? No, I'm sorry. We have some of the best minds, some of the best hands. Unfortunately, it's the attitude, it's the intention that's at fault. This is more acute in case of the private sector. There are a lot of private hospitals, private nursing homes and clinics are heavens of corruption. Unfortunately, people have little option, but they have to go there because the public sector is in a sorry state. Thanks to limited resources, insignificant percentage of GDP being spent, then there's always this unholy nexus between the doctors, the central and the state government, the drug barons, and other medical companies and business tycoons, whose only aim is to turn this profession into an unscrupulous business. That's exactly what the program pointed out. It never put the onus entirely on doctors. Rather, the persons who were depicted as heroes were themselves doctors. Amir Khan was not the hero of the show. The hero of the show were doctors like Devi Shetty, Dr. Gulati, Dr. Samir, and other people like them. The youngsters who were studying medicine were heroes.